Yo, what's up, beautiful people? How are you doing today? Thank you for logging in again to my YouTube channel, The Biz Model, where we teach branding, finances, and networking, everything specifically tailored to models. So, since my last video that was called Influencers versus Models and Why You Should Do Both, I actually had a few people go into the comment section, and one of them asked me something, which, by the way, you can do whenever you want. You can go into the comment section, ask me something, and I will actually do a whole video just for you, detailed, depth, everything. He asked me a question, and after he watched the video, he's like, Nick, this is amazing. I love the information. Thank you so much. I'm really interested in starting to do this. So he understood everything. He liked all the information. He got the concept and everything. He just really wanted to understand how he could do the social media part. So today we're going to talk about specifically that. We're going to talk about how to social media as a model. So to start with, the first thing that you must know is that most likely the best platform for you as a model is going to be Instagram. You could do YouTube as well. You can do all the platforms. Specifically, I think that Instagram, if you want to focus more attention on something, you should do Instagram since models work a lot with photos and videos, and Instagram lets you showcase both of those. Another thing that you should understand is if you're a model and you're trying to do social media and you want to up your game on that, what you should be thinking about is that you are a product. When you have a product, you build a brand around that product. And in modeling, if you're the product, then what you have to sell constantly is yourself. On photos, videos, stories, no matter what you're doing, doesn't matter if you're Snapchatting, doesn't matter if you're doing a YouTube video, it doesn't matter if you're on Vero, it doesn't matter if you're on Holanis, it doesn't matter on what platform you're using. The important thing is that you are showcasing yourself constantly. Another very important thing I think to understand is that a lot of people now have desensitized to beauty. So your good looks will not take you that far. I'm not telling you they won't take you anywhere, but what I am telling you is that people will eventually get tired of your good looks and stop following you. So if what you are selling are good looks and all you're doing is like good looking selfies and you build a whole brand around your image, if you have an accident tomorrow and your image goes to shit, your brand goes to shit. So you actually want to have people fall in love with your personality, and the only way to do that is to actually showcase who you are, how you are, why you are who you are, and that will help people feel identified with you. Therefore, they'll start following you, and no matter what happens to you, they will be there to support you because they understand you as a person, as a brand, as somebody that they feel identified with, and somebody that they have fallen in love with. Why is it so important to do this? There's two main reasons. One of them is because influencing and modeling are two industries that are kind of competing with each other right now. The smartest thing to do, I think, is to actually use both of them and become very strong in both industries. The reason why you want to keep your both hands in either of one of these pods is no matter what happens with this, you'll actually be able to profit from it. So let's say modeling goes a little bit down, like modeling is not being that profitable, you're not being sent out that much, you're not traveling that much, but on the influencing side, you're actually closing some deals with some brands, etc., then that can sustain you. And the other way around, the same exact thing. Maybe you're getting booked a bunch on modeling, you're doing this, you're doing that, and while you're documenting all this process, it's actually helping your influencing because you still have more stuff in creation and content and whatnot to show to more people. So you always want to have both hands in both pods, no matter what happens. The second really important factor why you want to have a hand in each pot is because when you're doing influencing, it doesn't matter if you're a model. Traditional modeling doesn't work the same anymore, but if you are doing influencing as well, you're pretty much building a brand around your personality. That means that whenever you are reaching that age where you can't model anymore, you will have a brand that will sustain you and still push you to get booked. This means that you could potentially make your career perpetual if you're actually smart about it, and maybe from modeling you can transfer into doing movies, or you could transfer into maybe doing anchor for a show, or you could transfer into doing hosting for gala events and whatnot. These are a bunch of opportunities that you could do as a model, and it all comes from a brand, not specifically if you did enough e-commerce jobs in Asia. So now that we said that, I'm going to go into the practical advice. To start with, something super important is every time that you have a product, what do? You create it, right? So you create a product. Once you've created it, you're going to market it. Once you actually market it, there's going to be people that want to buy it from you, and once they buy it from you, the best and most important key factor of them all is to follow up with the customer, guest, or whatnot. Reason being being is because that will show that you actually care. If you have their money and they have your product, and after that you break that relationship, you lose reputation because now it looks like you don't care about them as people, you just cared about their money. Now that you have it, you're done. So you're gonna do the exact same thing with you as a product. Let me translate a little bit. So you're gonna create your content and document your content. You're gonna document your daily life, whatever you do. You work out, you eat healthy, you go out dancing, whatever you do, you document that. And plus you create. You're gonna be on photo shoots, you're gonna be doing collaborations, you're gonna be networking with people. And in all this creation, you put it together, and that's gonna be your product. Once you actually give it out to the people, the purchasing from the clients means they buy into your story. So let's say that if somebody comes in and they like what they see and they like your personality and they feel identified with you, then what's gonna happen is that they're gonna follow you. That follow you can consider that as purchase. After they follow you, follow up with them. Be that guy, be that person. It's so rare that a model actually answers a DM or that he actually answers a comment with something nice or even a longer comment than the one that you got from the client in the first place. So for example, if this person comes into your photo and says, "Oh my God, you look beautiful," there's a lot of people that just go in there and just heart, like, that's it, clap, amen, thank you. Like nothing of substance. What's gonna happen the day that the model actually, let's say, goes and comments back and not only just does like a little comment, but he actually says something like, "Thank you so much for your support. I love that you took the time to comment. Thank you so much. I send you a huge kiss, a huge hug. I hope you have a beautiful day. I will see you around here tomorrow because I'm gonna upload something tomorrow as well." Mwah. You know, like, and a little kiss emoji. Nobody expects that. You do that, that's loyalty. That's loyalty. That's how that works, okay? So that's definitely an amazing tip for you. So I'm going to now break down the practicalities of how to do each thing. Creating your product, marketing it, and following up. 1. Creating the product. You're gonna document and create, as we said. I know that I said this before, I'm gonna go a little bit more in depth. So documenting is pretty much what you do, your habits, how you think, what you do. Maybe you have a hobby, you write, you play guitar, you like a certain sport, and you're gonna showcase all of that. You're gonna showcase your passions, and people might just relate to you because of your passion. You love cars? I love cars. Let me follow you because all your content about cars is super amazing. Let me follow you. So then that's what's going to happen. When you go to a car expo in LA, which I'm pretty sure is one of the most badass expos in the world, and you showcase all these BMWs, like the latest versions, and the Audis and all this like super advanced technology of the new Rolls Royce and all this, and you created amazing content on that, and I'm one of your followers that till now had loved a little bit of your modeling pictures and everything, but now that you came out with the car stuff, and I love cars too, not only do I like your content with the modeling, I love your content with the cars. So now you actually tied in more people. So that's gonna be your documenting. Everything that you do, everything that is part of you. And then there's something that is creation. There's something that is created. And that is all the collaborating that you do with different photographers, the collaborating that you do with different clients, all the jobs that you do. That is super important to take all that and upload it as well. So people go, "Oh my God, he's a model." And what happens? "Oh my God, he's a model. He loves cars. I love cars. Oh my God, he answered my comment. He's super dope." Like, why would they not follow you? Something super important for you to understand as well for the documenting, don't judge your life. Maybe something that you don't find as appealing or don't find as important for other people is super appealing and super important. I've had people go in and comment and send me DMs and do all sorts of things on things that for me were just common, on a picture that maybe I didn't even like that much and they absolutely loved it, on something that I featured in my story of me doing like some type of meal and they were amazed by it and wanted the recipe, and for me it's just something normal. You have to remember that people that are following you are not from your city, are not from your little town, and most likely there's a lot of people that are outside of your country, and everything that you display, everything that you do and show people as if normal might not be normal for them. So they might be super interested in it. So don't judge your life. Just push out what you actually genuinely like and do it in a creative way. And sometimes you can do it funny. Sometimes you can do it super serious. Sometimes you can do it super stylish, super moody, whatever you want to do. But don't judge the content that you're going to put out for your people. Another huge tip for you on how to create content, I would highly recommend to stay up to date with what's trending in whatever country you're at or in your city or whatnot. Reason being is that if there's a topic that is trending and you create content under that topic, a lot of people are going to be searching that topic, and if your content comes up, it gives you a lot more visibility. So let's say it's Super Bowl, and in the Super Bowl, you wear a jersey of your favorite team, and hopefully they're in the Super Bowl. If not, that'd be stupid. If you're wearing a jersey of your favorite team, and the person that's on the other side loves your favorite team, you just got yourself a follow. That person just found you because he Googled or because he did in the search bar hashtag Texans. I'm from Houston. I don't know. We're just cool that way. Maybe he did hashtag Texans, saw you with your Texans jersey, and on top of that had a cool little quote, went into your content, and on top of that he likes cars and you like cars. You're done. Like, that's good. It's all good. And he discovered you. 4th of July, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Super Bowl, any trending topic. If you want to make memes of what Kanye is doing now, if you want to make something else in referral of whatever the Kardashians said, if you want to do something else and whatever the president said, whatever happens, stay on top of the trends, because if you create content for that, it will give you more visibility. A great way to create content as well is to collaborate with other people. You're a model. Collaborate with stylists, with makeup artists, with photographers, with videographers, with influencers. Collaborate with these people. This is super smart. One, you're creating content. Not only that, this is great for actually expanding your network, getting discovered, and on top of that, pushing your brand and product. So now we're going to talk about how to market yourself, what to use, what to do, etc. So something super important for you to know is that Instagram, like I said, is the best platform for you to use, and it has several different features. It has stories, it has live streams, it has posts. Those posts can be video or images, and it has all sorts of filters and little, I don't know, like little add-ons that you can do into the stories and little features and whatnot. So it's really interesting to be able to use all of this to create. But on the other hand, something that I think a lot of people don't think about is that there's people that are very incentivized to use or look at certain type of content. For example, there's a huge entrepreneur that is huge in social media. His name is Gary Vaynerchuk, and out of the million things that he produces, I absolutely adore him for one show. That's it. I don't listen to his podcast. I don't watch the other shows that he has on YouTube. I don't watch his keynotes. I don't watch his content on Instagram, on Snapchat. I don't follow him anywhere else but Instagram. And the only reason why I follow him on Instagram is because that's where he does the swipe up story, so I can go straight into the show that I like, that is called Daily V. That's the only thing that I watch from him. I'm up to date when he releases a book. I'm up to date when he releases a sneaker. I'm up to date when he's actually gonna come to LA. I'm up to date with all these things through one single show. So you should probably think about doing the same. You wanna use all the features available to you. Hashtags. Honestly, with the hashtag thing, when you're a model, you know what, like if you had a product and you're trying to sell sunglasses on this luxury sunglass Instagram, I understand that you use 30 hashtags. Honestly, as a person, as a model, it looks kind of tacky when you just like list 30 hashtags, and it looks a little bit desperate as well. This being said, my recommendation with the hashtags is find 3 or 4 that work very well for you. Have a little bit of variety around you, just so you can like do a certain hashtag with certain things that you like to document. If you're really into cars, most likely you're not only going to do one post with one car once, you know, so analyze which hashtags are kind of going good for you. And another good recommendation that I have for hashtags, if you can make them funny, that's awesome, because if somebody relates to you through your content, likes your pictures, likes your captions, and on top of that you make them laugh a little bit with your hashtags, it's actually something really good. It makes people feel a little bit more attached to you and like they grow onto you. Does that make sense? So definitely use hashtags, I guess, in a more conservative way. Another thing that is super popular right now to do as for marketing your product is going to be engagement groups and cross-promoting groups. What this is a group of people that kind of share similar content, and what they do is that they like and comment on each other's stuff to elevate the engagement and make it more likely for your content to reach the Explore page, which makes you more discoverable. Honestly, I think that it's kind of tacky when you have a bunch of groups that have hundreds and hundreds of people that just do like a heart, a cool, a dope, whatever as a comment. It's not legit, it's not really genuine. You can tell that those people are only going for the likes and comments. I personally have one engagement group, and it's actually what I like to call a community group. So what happens is that we actually have a chat where we all, you know, we talk to each other and we organize events and networking and collaborating and everything outside of the virtual world. But as well, we all follow each other and we have post notifications turned on each other. So what happens is that when each of us posts something, everybody immediately gets a notification on their phone where they go, oh, this guy posted, let's see what he's got, boom, 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 and they comment. And that way, actually, Instagram can't say anything about that. Why? Because it would be the same as to tell you that your followers could not turn on post notifications on you when they want to know you. Like, how is Instagram gonna know that that's not a legit follow and turn on post notifications? Like, that's a community. We're supporting each other. It is what it is. So there's no restrictions, there's no shadow banning, there's no nothing when it comes to legit collaboration, communication, and genuine engagement on each other, because you formed a community. And the cross-promoting, it's pretty interesting because most of the people in an engagement group should be in the same niche. So if you're into fitness, have people that are in the fitness industry. If you're into modeling, have people in the modeling industry. So because we are models, what we have in this engagement group or community group is photographers, videographers, makeup artists, stylists, more models, influencers, etc. So what's gonna happen is that your content is gonna be pretty similar to the rest of the content of the other people. So if the people that follow them like their content, it's very likely for them to like your content as well. And because of that, what happens is that when I upload a story with a picture of my friend JJ Michaels, who gave me these 2 lights right here, with a picture of my friend JJ Michaels, and I go follow JJ, he's an awesome, cool guy, whatever, and he's in my community group, and you go into his content and you like him, I've just promoted him through my Instagram, and he would be doing the same for me, if that makes sense. So you're pretty much kind of just showcasing each other off to your followers. Another way is paid shoutouts. I really recommend the paid shoutouts. Why? Because if you're a model, most specifically, you probably have a niche to your image. You're either the guy with a beard, the guy with long hair, the guy with tats, the guy with abs, the guy that has a puppy, the guy that has pecs, the guy that whatever. Any of these niches that you have pictures that can go good in these niches, you should develop content for them. For example, I have long hair. So my pictures with long hair that are modeling pictures and everything, what I do is I contact these people, I go to their DM and I go, hey, here's some pictures, I would love to be featured on your page. And then they say, okay, it's $10, no problem. I give them $10, they put me on there. Why is this a smart idea? Because every single follower on that page has proven to like models with long hair. So if they see a model that they like with a cool picture, aesthetic, really, like a very clean photo with somebody that they like and they have long hair, most likely they're gonna go into your content and probably start following you. That's why it's a smart idea to do paid shoutouts. Honestly, I have a bunch of people complaining about, no, but why should I pay them and this and that? What's your alternative? Are you gonna buy a billboard anytime soon to put it on the 405? I didn't think so. So just pay $10, get a shout out. Hey. You also want to network and collaborate. So what's going to happen is that you're going to meet people in your industry. Definitely start collaborating with these people. Why? Because this is another way to cross promote each other, but indirectly. What do I mean by this? Is that if I'm a model and I'm collaborating with a photographer, that photographer has 100,000 followers and I have 100,000 followers, and he likes the pic that he took of me, edits it and makes an amazing picture and features it on his Instagram page, that means that 100,000 people are going to see that image, and that image is an image of me. So it's very likely that they might go into my page and just check it out. If they like the content, they'll stay. If they don't, they'll leave. It doesn't really matter, but what matters is you're gonna start becoming visible to more people. And the more people that you get visible to, the more likely you are to get a loyal following. Remember that it is so much more valuable to have 1,000 super loyal followers than have 10,000 iffy followers. Something that I've been doing a lot just out of habit is calling the people followers. I want you to understand that the whole concept of this is to build a community, not to build followers. You're not a dictator, you're not Hitler, you're not, you don't have sheep that follow you. What you're doing is creating a community, so you should treat people as such. So the last and most important thing that I think that you should do for the growth and management of your Instagram is going to be the follow-up part. We already did the content creation, we already did how to push it to get it out there. Now, more specifically, what you want to do is follow up with people. It is very, very rare that a model takes the time to go into their comments, respond to every single one of the comments, and actually have an engaging response. I've done it as a test. I've gone into models' Instagrams and I'll just like and comment a picture, and most of the time they never respond back. Never respond back. And if they do, they pretty much just send an emoji like, nah, like something like thanks and a wink or whatever. So what I started doing is that when people comment, I dedicate 1 hour out of the day to go into every single comment. And what I do is this is the process. I go into their Instagram, I look at their stuff of whoever commented, right? So I look at their stuff, I look for something that calls my attention, I like it, and then I go back to the comment, and in the comment that they put on my picture, I go, thank you so much for commenting. This is very sweet of you. Let's say that person just said something like, oh my God, you're beautiful, or something like that, because that happens a lot with models. So they go, oh my God, you're beautiful, I love this picture. And you go, thank you so much, that is so sweet. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to comment. I went into your Instagram and I saw this particular picture, really caught my eye. I think it's amazing that you do that. Please make sure to keep on commenting so I can keep on going into your Instagram and see more stuff. Thank you so much for everything. Have a beautiful day. I send you a huge kiss and a hug. Done. Nobody does that. You do that, you start getting loyalty. Why? Because you start showing people that you care about people, not about other shit. You care about people. It's a community. So that's what I highly recommend to do. That is a follow-up. That is a legit follow-up. If you have anything that you see, for example, an aspiring model comes into your page and says something into your page like, oh my God, I love your pictures. I hope to one day work next to you or something like that, which happens a lot as well. then what do? Dude, go into their page, see if you can help them somehow, and just write a comment. Dude, I'm pretty sure that you'll be able to make it. I saw some of your pictures, check your DM, and if you go into their DM and you just send them something like, hey, I saw that you're doing this, this, and this, I really think that you can improve if you just do this, a little bit like that, and blah, like just tweak this, or whatever, just give them a little piece of advice, a little tip, whatever, that goes so far for you. So that is why it's super important to view this as a community, because they are people too, and you're talking to people. You are not just this godlike creature that suddenly has all these sheep following them. Sounds good? Okay, so thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like it. I think that I've watched so many videos that have stuff about social media, and none of them mentioned a lot of things that I mentioned, so I hope that this actually gets out there and pushes and actually helps a bunch of people. And if you have any questions, go into the comments. Please lay it out there. I love to read your comments. I just told you that that's what I do, 1 hour a day. So I will definitely read your comments. I will. And what I definitely would like to ask you is, if you have any questions related to the industry, put them there. I'll make a video for you. I'm really happy to do this, especially now because I got some lights. I got some motherfucking lights. You know who gave me these lights? JJ Michaels. JJ Michaels deserves a shout out. Shout out to JJ Michaels. JJ Michaels is an amazing dude. He's been one of my friends for a very long time here in LA. He's a very warm, spiritual, just chill, nice person. He's just really nice to be around. He's one of those people that you just smile when you see them. I would really love for you to go check out his profile. Believe me, I would not be telling you go check out his profile if it wasn't worth it. He's an insanely good looking model, and on top of that, he's just a good human being all around. Make sure to watch the end of this video, because at the end, I have the different social media platforms that I'm using, because maybe like a video is not so convenient for you, and you can do better like a podcast. I do a podcast as well. I have a consultation group where you can literally just, at whatever time that you have a question, you go in there and you just lay out your question. Like for example, I just reviewed a contract for somebody and saved them from a lot of headaches. He didn't really understand what the contract was saying. Another person today asked about skincare. Like 8 people went in there and were like, hey, like this is my routine. This is what I recommend. And you get like 8 answers of people that are in the industry. So pretty much their answer is pretty much adapted to what you want. Just look at the end page. There's a little explanation of how I use every single social platform. And I would love to see you in any other platform as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. I send you a big kiss, a big hug. Hope you have an amazing day. I'll see you next Wednesday.